Good morning. Okay. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, and welcome back once again, Skeksis Suckers, to another episode of Birth of a Nation, a Dungeons and Dragons campaign in Emre, a world of my own design. On our last adventure, the party learned some stuff about the locket that was drawing some pretty negative attention and successfully sussed out a very long and mysterious, poetic, riddly-looking note from the box that it was contained in. Then returned to the room where their captive was being held, and their NPC tag along in tow. And I believe the last plan was to use a forgery kit.
So depending on if you Google it, I could theoretically make like a fake. Technically, use a forgery. I mean, if Google made it sound like I could use a forgery kit to make like a fake necklace, but that would probably require. Well, I mean, I have.
Um, really? That's what Google says?
From a plan to be your DM skill check. Fix up Liza, yeah. Oh, like hiding a calligrapher jewelry agency. Okay, I don't have. Well, I don't think I would necessarily know how to make it.
Yeah.
Maybe reset.
I think the forgery kit alone just does what it says. You're either mimicking handwriting or forging a seal. To fake some jewelry, you'd need to be either a Babbage style tinkerer who's proficient in every tool, um, or have that proficiency as well.
I'm assuming nobody on our party is a jeweler on the side. No, okay. All right. So in that case, yeah, my plan. I think at this point we were debating letting this guy be the necklace, or I think it's gonna go to him and then try to get him to skedaddle. Now the risk of that is that he just goes crazy and tries to take it from us, and we have to subdue him again, and this plan doesn't go according to well at all. What more? It's like midday now. Because we went and talked.
Talked to them in the morning and did some investigating, so be approaching lunch.
Do we get this guy out of town without drawing attention? Gentlemen. Hmm. You can make like a dimension door. You could dimension door him out of town.
Like your video froze.
It did. Yep, frozen for me too. There you go. And how? Yeah, the dimension door. 500 feet. 500 feet. That'll go. Fairly confident that'll get us out of town. Good.
It'll get you off the map.
Is that out of town?
It'll get you off of parts of the map. Yeah, if you were to go east, west, or south, you'd be far enough out of the township proper.
Yep, I can only bring myself and one other person with me. Then you could go. you know. We still. mm, Okay, so I'm gonna send Pen. I'm gonna start doing games of two minds. I'm gonna send Pen out west. I'm gonna tell him to go 500 feet so I can visually see exactly where I'm gonna teleport. So I don't accidentally so I don't port myself in the middle of a rock.
No, that's about half of the distance.
Okay, so yeah, I mean, I'm sending him essentially off the map. If you guys want to go with him, so you'll know where I'm going to take this guy, and then I'll port him over to the wall, meet him out.
Makes sense. Got beforehand.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll go with you.
All right, so I'll keep him invisible until he gets to the edge of my. I'll tell him to go about once he's about the outskirts of town, become uninvisible so you guys can see him, and then have him continue on to 500 feet.
All right, I'll go out
plan,
the. Which way you want me to go? You want to go south? West. Got it. Okay.
Straight west.
Straight west. Due west. Got it. All right, and locked in our room.
And send your NPC flyer. But
Good. You can come with us.
he's locked in now. Into this line and sinker. What is his name again? Perrin. Yeah,
Parrot. Parrot. I'm gonna call him different every time. That wouldn't do what my.
Does somebody have his? Does somebody have his character sheet?
I do.
No?
Yeah. All right.
Yeah. Oh.
If you want to move everybody's tokens out to the left, side mine.
Besides yours?
Well, yeah, because I'm going to teleport the guy.
Aren't you all going to the same location?
Well, they're all following my father. I'm going to go, and I'm keeping really quiet. This fun to get to where I want to teleport. I'm going to dimension door our captor and myself out to the woods, and then we're going to let him go.
Gotcha. Okay. I understand.
So, in the event that something happens to them while they're walking over there, I'm keeping tabs on them with the closet.
Okay. Then I need to move. Zach and
This is the first time that this will be the first time Perrin sees the bat.
I will not be aware of that. I'll be perfectly expecting it, but like,
We discussed this. Like, you're gonna find Penn. You're gonna follow him. I will.
okay,
I'm explaining to you all what to go out to the woods.
where is?
If anything else happens in the meantime, they're on the way.
Sorry, I'm just struggling with Roll20 right now.
Is there any report to make the?
No, I'm just like I need to copy your token to this other page. So, as far as I know, Jeff and Zach and should be on a map with a forest.
Yeah.
Okay. Actually, yeah. It should actually be here. It should actually be. What the heck?
Oh, and while we're out here, I turn to Mort and I hand him the cloak of displacement, saying, "Play around with it, see how this can go."
You're actually over here. Sorry. Okay. So let's get the cloak of displacement in your character sheet then.
And then that's for you to have like a book for that. We'll swap around to.
Okay, so you have it, but you're not yet wearing or attuned to it. Mike, what do you need from me? Do you need me to describe what you see, or what do you need?
I mean,
Okay. You can also teleport one willing creature.
oh, well,
But you
it doesn't
see
seem to be.
you see a nice little clearing. Well, not a clearing, actually. You see like a forest with some space between a few of the trees, and you see Ash and Perrin and um, Mortimer hanging out under the canopy of a big pine.
Well, all right. Let's see if this goes according to plan or not. Okay. So I'm going to. I'll take his blindfold off. I'll take the wax out of one of his ears. I'll take the gag out of his mouth, or just like take it down his neck. Still mumbling in Draconic, I assume.
Yes, he is in fact continuing to mumble in Draconic. And you can read all languages, but you can't speak all languages, correct?
Okay.
When we determine that it renders everything basically into like a quasi common understood, but you couldn't say like, oh,
Yeah. That's only.
Only for written.
Right?
Yeah, it's written.
Okay. Well, I guess we're gonna find out if he's. So I'll like. Does he? I tap him on the shoulder. Does he even acknowledge me?
Um, he doesn't look at you. He feels corporeal, like he's there. He's not some illusion that's mumbling. But he continues to just mumble Draconic words. I guess mumbling is the wrong word. Like if you could speak Draconic, you could understand the words. He's not like he's speaking them. Is he still bound? Yeah. Okay. Yeah. continues continue his draconic chanting, whatever you want to call it.
I can understand what he's saying, right?
Well, none of you were there. It's me and him, right?
Right.
Not big of a picture. So, you're going to breathe with me through a spell so that I can set you free. Nod if you understand.
When you say the words set you free, his chanting ceases abruptly. He turns and locks eyes directly with your retina and says, what does he say in common? So he would say, the only freedom to set me is to die.
You don't think your boss wants to know where the necklace is?
Mumble, 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 draconic.
Um, thinking.
Just
Right.
out of curiosity, just because I don't think I remember, where is the locket currently? Is it like, are you wearing it? Are you holding it? Is it?
No.
It's in a pouch. Where is the box and the jewelry case and all that stuff? So the box, the note, and the case that's empty is in your pack, and the locket itself is on your person in a pouch? Okay. Doesn't mean anything. I'm just trying to understand.
So I need to make a DC 16 with the save.
Mm-hmm. He is charmed.
Alright, so with that, I'm going to say, alright, friend, come with me through this cement door. And go through a forward slat.
So you're going to persuade him?
Well, he's friendly. And because he's friendly, I'm going to tell him to come along.
Well, there's two mechanics to charmed. Like the flavor text is he's friendly to you. The mechanics are that he can't attack, damage, or target the charmer with damaging abilities, and the charmer has advantage on social ability checks, like insight, intimidation, persuasion, deception, when interacting with them.
Okay.
All right, so you're going to advantageously persuade him to follow you via some spell.
Yeah.
Very good.
Are you kidding me?
And then that's let's see, persuade.
Literally a long enough
Intelligence. Okay, so he makes an int check.
That's infuriating.
He's his countenance has changed such that he's not so stoic towards you. He's got a little grin, but he's still not willing to stand, move, or do anything you're telling him to.
God damn it. I'm like really infuriated at the way this character's built. It's not working right now. Um, okay, so you're saying that Dimension Door never happens.
Well, I don't know. I don't know if you like touch him assuming he's going to come with. So really we should be retconning this. I don't know mechanically if the spell would cast but only you move because he was unwilling, or if the spell fails because one of your targets was invalid. Let me see.
Yeah.
Ah, it succeeds with only you teleporting. So none of that conversation happened. Oh no, I guess the conversation happened.
No, I'm trying to.
Yeah. Yep, that is what happened. Yeah, I'm fixing the layer here.
Okay.
Yeah, so you guys whistling, waiting around. All of a sudden, through a familiar dimension door portal, materializes Logan, and only Logan.
Disappointed.
Yeah.
Oh,
Back.
Okay, hang on. Let's go this layer. Another layer, tokens, and then move everybody here. Okay, everybody's good?
Yeah, heading back. And it's invisible again.
alright.
Right.
I'm gonna go with you for report freedom.
Where's the. Not here. There we go. go into the back door room. Oh, okay. There we go. All right. Do 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 do.
Pretty common.
There reason.
Oh yeah, can't see that.
The door was in the way.
So
He's got.
Yes, he is.
Well, not a problem anymore.
Okay.
Um, yeah, there's some folk.
So, and it's not. I have true sight, so it's not like he's invisible. He's just gone.
Correct. He's not there. You do not see a person in the chair. What does True Sight give you?
Creature with true sight can see through normal and magical darkness, spot invisible creatures and objects, automatically detect and see through visual illusions, perceive the true form of fake dangerous and magically transformed creatures, and see into the ethereal plane.
Yeah, okay. So my statement stands. Where are you, Ash? You're not manipulating your. Are you manipulating your token?
I'm a little funky trying to kind of get something on the tablet, so I'm with my friend.
Okay, gotcha.
I
Oh, like you don't have middle mouse. Gotcha. You could probably rebind that to something else in Roll20. You can also change use scroll to pan instead of zoom.
Town. Out. Out. Gone. However long I was gone.
So you haven't been gone that long. It was like for you, it was teleportation and then a quick jaunt 500 feet or so. So, oh, sorry, I didn't. No, we. I didn't even see you leave, let alone anyone else come out of that room.
Right. Thanks. Step back out of the direction. I guess we'll go back to our own room. So what is the chair is just empty?
His.
All bindings run done.
They are on the floor.
They cut or are they unbound?
Done. Is it cut?
Oh, the rope is intact.
Coil it up, take it back. And
Not undone.
Yeah, and it's unmolested. so to speak.
What about
On the floor. Well, I guess my question is, Mike, you removed one of his waxes? Uh-huh. What did you do with the one ear wax? Okay. So, okay. Well, did you hold it or did you put it down? Okay. Then you still possess it. The other one is on the floor. And the gag is on the floor. And the bindings are on the floor. And the blindfold is on the floor. Or the chair. It's just like it, it's in place where he was. It's there now.
Caught him somewhere. Moving town.
Where do you send Pen?
That sounds. Tell me. I'm sending him 5 feet in the air.
Okay. Passive perception is 10. Which means active is just a 20.
Well, I mean, I'm looking through his eyes too.
Can you see in all directions through his eyes? Or do you only see in all directions from the point of the cloak? Okay. All right.
In the room.
What you see is what you see.
There's nowhere that's dark. Like I couldn't close the blinds and cause it to be darker in here.
I mean, you could snuff the lights and close the door, and it would be dark. Yeah.
Gentlemen, I'm gonna see if I can't. I'm gonna go invisible and see if I can't spot him.
Did you leaving Pen here?
So what I'm trying to do is this.
One with shadows. When you're in an area of dim light or darkness, you'd cast invisibility on yourself without using a slot. But yeah, I mean, you can make it dark in the room. Begin to take on characteristics of your patron's kind. Oh, excuse me. You can give yourself a flying speed of 30 for 10 minutes. Okay.
Door and fly up and look around.
So Flying speed of 30, during which you can hover. Does that mean you can only hover? Or no, fly means you can fly. Fly means you can fly. Hover means you can fly in a stationary place. You don't need to be moving to fly. Gotcha. Understood. Okay, so I'll put you here. And I will... how do I do this? How do I make it daylight mode for just you? I don't know how to do this. I don't think I can. I want you to be able to see the entirety of the map, but not have that happen for the whole map. Yeah, but the dynamic lighting on the cliff, like that's what I need to let you see through, because you still can't see through walls, but you could see over the dynamic lighting right now that's blocking you from sight because of elevation. That's what I'm trying to get you to be able to see. Oh, I don't really know how to do that. So instead, we'll have to do it in the mind. So you hover up, you fly up, you are capable of seeing in all directions, and you're high enough to see in your visual field of view the entirety of the Weymouth. Please make 3 perception checks at advantage.
That's better.
You are quite confident, beyond any shadow of a doubt, that you do not see him.
Okay. Is there anything else that you would like me to know that I see that I because of the dynamic lighting?
No.
Okay. All right. Back to my friends then, or my friends, and I will uninvisible myself once I'm in the room.
Logan reappears before your very eyes.
No, 7 o'clock building. I have no idea where he went. If he was inside a building somewhere, then I couldn't help that, but I didn't see him running out of town. So unless anybody's got any other bright ideas or its ability to, I don't know, crack magic. The window isn't like open, is it?
The window does not appear modified.
I'm open to ideas, gents.
Kind of scratching my head on this one too. Like, we think in theory that they'll come for the token eventually, but if we did, just hang around town, listen to Zach work on his comedy.
Well, at the very least, we could try to investigate this event. That seems to be the only lead we have at the moment.
Ooh.
So, anything we can go find a map of the region or the best one we can find. I'm sure we can figure out somewhere, some way. And if we have to go back to, or we could use this as a means of figuring out what makes the necklace so important in the first place. So that I suggest we settle up with the barkeep and head on out and try to find ourselves a library or, yeah, some sort of. Where'd you come back? Unless anybody else, is anything else?
I don't remember if my blood guard privilege included food, so if not, then I'll settle up. Gentlemen, do we plan on returning to this room this evening? I think we should hold it.
Yeah, I suppose before we leave, I'm not. Like, would I know if there's a library in town?
There isn't a dedicated library, but most of the local religious establishments likely have a private collection of some sort.
Yeah, fantasy setting what you get in maps. Go ahead, ask the question. Mr. Bartleby, sir. That wart wandering around? Is that what I see moving?
Yeah, it's Wart. He like left the kitchens and leaned a mop against the wall and or excuse me, left the kitchens, put like a busboy's bin against the wall and picked up a mop and bucket and crossed the room and went into the hallway.
Okay.
And then you used a name that doesn't exist, so nobody's reacting. It's not Bartleby.
Oh, fair.
Ah,
If one or one.
you hear from around the corner. Ah! Oh, shoot, I put it on the wrong layer. Sorry. That would have been a lot more dramatic had it occurred when it happened. You come around the corner and see Wart standing in front of the washroom at the end of the hall, standing over a corpse. Or what appears to be a corpse. A familiar looking one. That's you, Zach. He brought you along. Sure.
Basement. The sprinkler clicked on.
Oh. Well, what you missed was right when Mike was about to ask Thrain Barrelbelly where a library was, he heard a scream from down the hall, where he had just seen Wart pass by. He ran around the corner, dragging you with him, and Wart is now scared, slumped in the corner after having opened the door to the washroom at the end of the hall and discovered a corpse. A familiar looking one. Okay. Mike, do a persuasion check. And Mortimer, do an investigation check with guidance.
Not guidance. Wait, what? You can't just unselect advantage?
Huh?
So, like, at the top is advantage automatically clears you. I don't know if one's just, like, not advantage.
Okay. Yeah, you reassure him. He's feeling a lot better about what he just saw. I mean, I've seen a dead body before. I didn't expect it. I'll be all right.
No. We'll deal with the body. Feel free to tell Mr. Barrel Belly. But yeah, we'll tend to it. And I will.
Okay, so with that investigation check, what is it you're trying to ascertain?
Who it is, how they died, how long they'd been there.
It is almost certainly the captive that you just had, not minutes ago. It is a freshly dead death, though the cause is a mystery at the moment. Your investigation check did not show you any open wounds. He's standing. I gotta remember to keep moving him. He's standing right by Mortimer's side. He's there.
Point out what I saw.
Uh-huh.
I gotta be like, here, come here, look.
Sure. Okay, so you're like
Point out what I saw. I'm showing. I found it.
training through your investigation check. You clicked one of the macros. It's no big deal. Yeah, I don't know how to get rid of them. They are macros that were added at some point from some module, like because Roll20 has free modules that they're just given to the when you're a pro subscriber, they just give you a free module a month, and I always add them to my games so that I have access to stuff. And this one in particular added a bunch of macros that I didn't notice.
He is clear for.
Oh, whether he is or not, you just don't notice. Got it.
Like, what does he see? You know, does he see anything that I do that I don't?
Um, Yeah, I guess that's valid. So he, I guess with guidance. Okay, Jeff rolled it. That's fine. 21. Yeah. So he turns the body face face over onto its back, which you didn't do because, protocol would tell you don't move the body. But he doesn't know protocol and rolls the body over onto its back. And when he does, he notices and points out to you a small trickle of clear liquid from the corner of the thing's mouth.
So okay, he sees the liquid.
Initiative?
Oh, initiative.
Mortimer attack.
No, I seriously don't know what's going on. Like, it's just like it rolled it a whole bunch of times. The macros, I think maybe I'm. Oh, does this roll it? I'm trying to unpack it. Jeez Louise. I got rid of it on this page. Okay, in any case, um, when he points out the liquid, I will, while I examine that liquid. It's clear, so I don't think I would touch it. It's coming out of his mouth.
Yeah. Like he flops onto his back and it just kind of like.
Did anybody check his pulse? Like, is he clearly dead, or is he just out? Like, I see the X, so I know that he's out. Zach knows that he's out and dead. But would Mortimer know that he's dead? Anybody check his pulse or anything like that?
Who are you asking me?
Yes. Sorry. Yes.
Thus far, Mortimer doesn't know the answer to that question.
Okay. So that I would check his pulse and confirm death. If I think that he might be drooling, he might just be unconscious. So check pulse, check breath.
Investigation.
Okay.
Or I guess medicine. Yeah, medicine. You are confident. You are confident this is a stiff. Well, the medicine check was to determine if he had a pulse or was breathing. So he's very successful in determining that he is neither breathing nor has a pulse.
The clue where Dr. Plum was wrong, and then the guy that the body did.
Nice insight. Like, well, clearly, if no blunt force trauma, no stab. Okay, I'll just forgot that. Sorry, I'm spacing out a little bit.
I mean, he looked for that in his investigation check.
Yeah. Very Walker.
Just the hand soap.
salty, or do I fill it in with lots of hand soap that the guy could have theoretically poisoned himself with?
You see a you see a well, make an investigation check before I answer that question. Do you see the hand soap?
With the body.
So the answer,
Hmm.
yeah, the answer that you know, whether you choose to disclose, is that dead body within the limits of a town is a town's problem. Like if there's no further investigation, if there's no further investigation, then it's to the town coroner or legal equivalent.
Oh, did Jack tell me that? I thought, or tell me that I did not know that.
Your medicine check was very successful in ascertaining his alive status. Your initial investigation, you said you were looking for wounds and trauma sites, which
Yeah.
I interpreted as searching for cause of death.
Okay.
But if you want to make a medicine check given new information, I would just be an investigation check at this stage.
Would yeah, but I want to try to phrase it so that it gets the information I want.
Are you trying to do an autopsy, or are you trying to investigate the crime scene for clues and stuff? Yeah, so that wouldn't necessarily be medicine either, because if it's a foreign liquid, that could be chemistry, like so it's investigation. Okay. So the liquid trailing his mouth appears to be saliva. However, it does have a faint floral aroma to it when you get down close to his face, which, because of your 25, you notice smells very similar to the still moist, partially used bar of soap in the soap dish next to the sink.
A little bit. The room closer and closer to the soap, and I point to that. It seems as though he ate the soap.
And it's killed him that quickly.
I do not recommend eating soap, but I don't believe that it would kill this quickly, if at all.
Very particular.
At Zach saying clean up our act, Perrin cracks up.
explicit are you interpreting from this?
He did say that his only way to freedom was death.
You did say that.
I'm no none of us are really trained chemists, but I feel like ingesting lye, that's at a really high concentration for him, so would not only be agonizing and loud for him, but like I think he died in 10 minutes. I think that takes hours.
Agreed.
You know, it's caustic. It'll eat away slowly at your insides.
Does it look like he took like a? Is there a lot of the soap missing?
The there doesn't appear to be like a chunk or a bite taken out of it. It's just a worn down, you know, like a bar of soap that's been used a lot, so it's smaller.
Do I know of any spells that could have cast that as a instrument or as a spell casting component? Yeah, component.
For that, you'd probably have to make an Arcana or a History or Arcanic History check.
I'll take a 22 in Arcana. 500 now.
Stand by. Let me get you the comprehensive list. Um, so in today's understanding of the weave, there aren't any current applications for soap as a material component. However, in days of old, in the old, maybe the second revision of the arcane libraries, clerics used to utilize soap as a material component for a couple of spells, including Purify Self, Cleanse, and Remove Smell.
Okay. Choices. Okay. It's possible the man simply used the subject to refine.
Well, so let me put that into a context that makes sense in the world. Since the dawning of the First Age and modern understandings of arcane practices, there aren't any currently taught spells that you're aware of that would utilize the weave in such a manner with such a tool. However, it is widely accepted through, you know, the curriculum of historical arcana that in the Wild Age there were in fact ways to manipulate the weave with different spells than what are commonly practiced today, and in those cases soap would occasionally be utilized as a material component, which strikes Logan as very odd because today is today and today is not, you know, 600 years ago. So like if in fact the soap was used for magic, it would have
Right.
been done so with ancient practices.
Okay.
For all account, by all accounts, long since dead and forgotten ancient practices.
Very, very old magic.
It'd be akin to like if you found a crime scene and the guy's suicide note was written in cuneiform. Like nobody's writing in cuneiform now, but it did exist in the world.
Learn this.
Yeah, I think that's useful information here.
Wart, assuming he's still around.
Yeah, he still has to clean. He still has to clean the place up. In fact, he asks you, Mortimer, should I clean now, or do you still need to investigate? I've never, I've never,
I won't.
I've never been responsible for cleaning a crime scene. Oh, okay. Um, it was, it, if I understand, you tried to weekend at Bernie's him in as if he was a drunk friend.
But then we realized that it didn't matter that we were moving him around. Then we just kind of walked in with him, dragged him in, right?
I know that was like Jeff's initial instinct, and then I think Zach
Yeah.
is correct, where you realize that like they know you're in the Blood Guard and they know you have a room, and you
Yeah,
know
it didn't really matter.
they probably saw you, but also didn't really care.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Or what? And he hops over the bar and starts running until he realizes that Wart is fine, and then he gets like really embarrassed that he showed his true colors and that he really cares for him, and he just shouts down the hallway, "Wart, clean that mess up!" and returns to the bar. I'm sorry, what you saying? Absolutely. You're gonna want to go over to where he is. Sorry, I thought you met him yesterday or the day before, whatever it was, when you was talking to Eleanor and all them. Anyway, whether you did or you didn't doesn't make that big a difference. The answer to your question is that you'll find him not on the map that the Dungeon Master made, because there's no constable building on this map, despite his frantic searching. But suffice to say, there certainly is one, and he has a name, and I've given it to you, and you know where to find him.
Okay, we all go.
Very good.
And I'll flash the badge. I'll show him. Yeah, I'll make the report. Deliver all relevant information to him.
Well, a tall, burly, surly gentleman of 60-ish years of age, with a military-style haircut, but a nice thick beard, going by the name of Constable Harlan Rook, comes with you back to the room, appreciates your swift report of the corpse, and says, "Well, I'll be certain to manage after this, boys. Appreciate you bringing it to my attention."
And move about, or go about leaving the place.
Yeah, and with that,
We haven't left everybody.
they're not getting interrupted with a body again. Go back what I was asking Thrain initially before Ward interrupted us. Mr. Barrel, Delegate Sir, if one was trying to find a place to map, or maybe someone who's good with navigation in this town, where would I go to find one?
Well, here in Weymouth, we don't have much of that, but the Meridian and March Society's got an office in that other town nearby, whose name is eluding me at the moment. Evening Star.
Meridian, what now? Society?
The Meridian and March Society?
Meridian March?
Meridian and March Society.
Heard of know what that is.
Oh, absolutely. You're familiar with the Meridian and March Society. They're like a cartographers guild throughout the land. Although you had no idea that they had set up any sort of waypoints or holdings along the Prashari Pass.
Okay. Do we have maps? I think there's yeah, that's a different map that we have. Okay. All right, thank you kindly, Mr. Barrowbelly. You said it's in Monroe?
Even Star.
Oh, all. Okay.
Indeed. Oh, I'm sorry. I moved you guys accidentally.
Roughly 140 miles.
Quite a trek. It's fast, but now we have to go on it.
Further south than 140 miles.
I think so. Let me go to the Emre doc. So, let's see here. Actually, Bordunia is almost equidistant. to Evening Star. But in the other direction. If you follow the Bajari Pass south, east, it would cross that plain, enter the jungles around the Bay of Bordoon, and then on the other side of the jungles would be where you'd find the newly burgeoning township of Bordunia. You know what I'll do? I'll make a handout that has the world map for simplicity's sake. If you will just stand by.
Being Star is along the river, and I assume the Stony Brook flows out to the sea. Is there? Do we know if this town has ferry or boat services?
Oh yeah.
So, the thing about the Stony Brook is it is in fact a very stony brook.
So it's not navigable. Okay.
So there's no there's no boat travel in there. You know, you could like whitewater raft it. That's about that's about it.
There'll be too many checks for me.
Yeah, no, it's not. There's a reason there's a road instead. There's a reason there's a road along the river.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. I'm gonna export as image. Personal documents. Oh, I already had that. Okay. All players, choose a file. Okay, you should now have access to the world map.
All right. So I can't have the world map and the mysterious note up at the same time. That's enough. I like shit now. I can pop it out.
You can. They just overlap each other, so you just drag one off the other. They open up in the exact same size and location, so it looks like they overlap.
Okay. So air crown were cast king the name Veiled the lands beneath my flight. 7 watch me cross the mountain. First find those waters. Ash veil the lands beneath my flight. Where on the board would that be? All I can think of is the Scar, but that's really freaking far west. Or Stain, but I don't think we even know much about Stain at this age.
Correct.
I say we play it simple, fellas. All we have is this note. Our only live lead is dead. Mysterious. And Bordunia might have resources, but the only actual library we know of is to the west, by the mouth of the sea.
Would I know of Jeff's point? Would I know of a Meridian March Society that's in Bordunia?
Would you know of it? Um, you are not currently aware of a Meridian and March hall or guild hall or whatever they'd call it, in Bordunia as it currently stands. You're not aware of one.
Since our only lead is to go, the best chances to head to the society we're over an evening star, which means ourselves a week-long trek down the road. I suppose we could see if there's any caravans headed that way. Make ourselves useful, and also make for an easier travel. So yeah, I suggest we try to find ourselves transport, unless anybody's got another idea.
It seems it might be the things we carry with us already. Unless those horses around.
Imagine that. There must be regular travel that goes back and forth up and down the Shari Pass that we can hop in once. So, Perrin, you ready for a road trip?
Oh yeah, absolutely. I love it. Where are we going?
And that's that choice to go with us or not.
Absolutely. I love it. Where are we going? Oh, I've never been that far west.
What do you know about?
I know that it's to the west. Oh, what do you know about it? So if Weymouth is the largest township with the highest population in the Prashari Pass region, Evening Star is the wealthiest township in the Prashari Pass region. Being so close to Fisk's Landing, it was sort of the first settlement created in the woods with influence directly from the Prashari Expedition Company, right? So,
Okay.
whereas Weymouth has existed in some capacity even long before the colonists, the Evening Star is much newer and much richer in uh, affluence because it's where like governors are put up if they were to be a foreign dignitary, visitor, political. I'm going to take a trip across the bay and see what's going on in the Bordunia region. They would land on Fisk's Landing and then go to Evening Star to like set up their base camp of operations. So there's a lot of mercantilism there, there's a lot of trade there, there's a lot of politics there, but there aren't thousands there's not thousands and thousands of people, but you're pretty familiar with the layout and you're aware of excuse me a small, not really a barracks, just like a small kind of garrison. That might be the wrong word. There's a small contingent of the Prashar armed forces, whatever they're called. I don't know if it's an army or whatever your conscripted or purchased mercenary or army force would be as a family. There's a small contingency of them stationed in Evening Star as well. Um, I don't know about caravans, but most of the way stops along the Pashari Pass, Weymouth included, have um, stables, so you could rent horse or cart or both. Yeah, right in the PHB, there isn't like an official daily rental price, but there's upkeep costs of a variety of different things. So like,
The Warlocks do not list standard rental prices. The common DM guideline is daily rental, 3 to 5 silver per day for a horse. And okay.
yeah, riding horse has a purchase price, and then you've got feed and stabling daily costs. You are going from one township to another. No, no, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying there's a cost associated with there's a per diem monetary burden to the owner or renter of a beast of burden. So, what do you want? You want a cart? You want like a big wagon? You want a carriage? You want a riding horse or draft horse with cart? Just riding horses? Sorry, do you want to roleplay this out with the actual stable man, or are you just looking for information as a player?
Information as a player.
Okay, no problem. Um,
Normally roleplay, yes, but didn't.
so you got riding horse, draft horse, or a mule, cart only, draft horse cart, draft horse wagon, carriage and horse, or additional horses. Tell me again what your shopping list is. That would be a carriage, not a wagon, to fit all of you. So carriage and horse is 2 gold a day with a 20 gold deposit returned upon safe return or transfer of property to the next way station. So an 8 hour day at a normal pace is 24 miles, according to rules as written.
Okay, so 6 days, roughly.
Yeah, give or take.
Yeah.
You could do fast pace to 30 miles or slow pace at 18 miles on an 8 hour day. So for ordinary horse and carriage travel, 24 miles per day is your baseline.
Or comments or concerns about it?
Nothing to say so.
Oh,
Yeah, that's a reason.
Alright, suppose if we wanted to, we could, and by now it'd be like, I don't know, mid-afternoon, so I suppose we could still just spend the night here, then head out in the morning.
Sure.
Spend overnight room.
Like you'll probably want to attune for that cloak. You know, able to. Oh yeah, I gotta do that.
Okay. I'll
Alright.
I'll grant you
I'll do
attunement.
that before bed.
Sounds
overnight. For starting the rented horse and carriage to Evening Star. Gather provisions before the party. Alright. Let's chat. Next day, which is 20. Per day, if I heard that right.
yeah, that's correct.
Sounds good. We're sad to see Jeff go, for at least for a bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is
But there's in on Thursday evening to figure out for
so,
our next we want to on the line now. Till the stream.
oh yeah, fair point. Goodbye everybody. Thanks for the 2 AI viewers and actual John West Gamer for showing up.